ready to receive everything God got for me, and ain't nobody gon' stop me.
I was thrown in the furnace, I lived in the fire. I came out shining, I was destined for higher, higher. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? How my Nista squad doing today? Hey, it's your girl Steph, and y'all, I have made an attempt to not only try to do this once, twice, 3 times, and I kept getting interrupted. So, sorry it says get ready with me because I was getting ready with y'all. However, in the future, EclecticNista's thoughts will be get ready with me's. So if you are new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to share with your friends and tell a friend and invite a friend to come over and be a part of the Nista squad. We are elite over here, honey, okay? Also, be sure to follow me on IG at I am EclecticNista. That is where I seem to be mostly throughout the week, daily, when I'm not over here on YouTube, and I am over there trying to grow my IG as well. So y'all be sure to come follow your girl over on Instagram at I am EclecticNista. So let's get started on what EclecticNista's thoughts are about. Okay, so I thought I would come up and bring up this segment just to show you guys, of course, me getting dressed, because I've always felt like YouTube was so overly saturated when it came to makeup tutorials, videos. We have so many beauty gurus out here. However, teaching us how to wear makeup, making it look simple, making it look easy, doing a lot of jump cuts and all of that. However, when I'm doing Get Ready With Me, I am literally taking y'all through the whole step while y'all watch me while I work, okay? And it's in real time. So with that being said, it has been something that has been asked by popular demand that I do Get Ready With me's, and I just feel like I'm better at doing them if I'm talking and you guys are being, you know, entertained or chatted with, whether it be my thoughts or whether it be a story time. So this is how I'm gonna switch it up now, and I'm gonna include EclecticNista's thoughts, and this is on a weekly basis, so stay tuned. One of my first thoughts is, a lot of people are asking about the COVID-19 vaccine. Are you gonna take it? My answer, no. I personally am not. And why? I just don't feel like there's enough data out there right now about it, all right? And I'm gonna just give it to y'all 100. Earlier, your girl was at Home Goods, was walking out of Home Goods, and I just saw this man walking randomly, okay? He was just walking down the plaza, and he was talking to himself, and he was beating himself up, and he was like, he would pause and it'd be like 2 minutes, and then he'd do it again. And like, I was watching him because I'm just somebody who is just very cautious of, I have situational awareness when I'm out and about, and I just was paying attention to him all the way to the walk to my car. And I just was sitting there thinking, like, when I got in my car, because it was another customer, she was looking at him too, because he just looked like he wasn't together. And all I kept thinking was, what if this brother then had the COVID-19 vaccine? And it's got him over here tripping, okay? Y'all, people out here tripping about vaccines, people out here tripping about stimulus checks, people out here tripping about a lot of stuff that they shouldn't be tripping about. However, to take it back to the question at hand, your girl, me, I'm not getting it. I need more data. I need more information. I know there are 3 tests out there, Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. If I had no choice to take it, I would more likely go with the Johnson & Johnson because it's a one-shot series. However, I just don't trust it right now. Bill Gates is not a doctor, nor a scientist, nor anybody, you know, that I'm trusting with my health right about now, okay? Because I just really feel like it was all jacked up from the very beginning. We had people dying and people thinking it was the flu, people thinking it was other respiratory infections, and little do we all know it could have been COVID-19 the whole doggone time, okay? So because they took their time sharing information with us, I just think that it was too much of a push to get a vaccine. Do I want the world to stay closed and continue the way we're going right about now? No, I do not. However, I'm just very appreciative of my state's government that they are doing things slowly and responsibly, and they are using the data and the science to determine how we move here in New Jersey. So as for me and mine, we ain't getting the damn virus, the vaccine. So I'm gonna just say, when I get more data, then I'll probably have a better educated decision to make, and until then, I'm gonna wait on it, okay? Second, all right, y'all know everybody around here talking about, you know, what happened with Kirk Franklin and his son, you know, recording him cussing his son out. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, I don't blame Kirk, okay? If you are a parent, okay, you're already learning how to be a parent, because you know it ain't no book out here on learning how to be a parent, okay? It is what it is, all right? You learn as you go. And kids get on our nerves even when they small. Every phase of their life, they have these phases they go through where they are rebellious, they are argumentative, they think they right, they think they know everything, okay? However, you 33 years old and you called me and we didn't hear the whole conversation, okay? But what we did hear was Kirk went off, okay? Kirk had what I would call an out-of-body experience, all right? And I have those sometimes, I too myself. Now, if my children was to record me going off on them and then leak it to the public, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't coming back to apologize for shit. You wanna know why? Because first of all, if you live in my house, I take care of you. You gonna do what I say do. You're gonna follow my rules and you're gonna respect me. If you're not living with me, the one thing that I do demand is respect, okay? Regardless of how grown you are. I'm 46 years old and I still respect my mother. I ain't gonna lie, she can still shake me, okay? When I say shake me, she still has the ability to instill a little fear. However, it's because of respect. I just believe that in the Bible it says that is the first doggone commandment. Thou shalt honor thy mother and thy father all the days of your life. Should be long, okay? I ain't quoted verbatim, so don't come for me, church folk, okay? People are out here being very judgmental because he is a gospel music director, singer, producer, you know. He sings about God and he sings about it in a very uplifting and, you know, moving type of way that people sometimes forget he's human too, okay? He is human, he is man, and there's no man on this earth that is perfect, okay? So if my children had did that to me, guess what? Leak it, okay? Now they get to see how you make me act when you take me there. So you take me there and you turn me into my alter ego, which is dubbed the Hulk. Child, please. I go from being little old me, EclecticNista, 5'1", to child, please, 6'5", and a green monster. Do you hear me? Because you take me there, it's kind of hard for me to come back, okay? I'm somebody that you gotta reach out and touch to calm me the hell down, because I be wanting to go in, okay? I be wanting to get with you, all right? I don't think Kirk needed to apologize, and I don't think he owed the public an apology whatsoever, because you are a parent to the day you die. Your children will always be your children. You can't just... well, you can write them off, but any parent that loves their kids, they're not. The one thing that I can say I valued that Kirk shared when he did do his apology was that he said that he's been trying to help his son, you know, pretty much all his life, okay? They have been going to family counseling, you know, as a family and the whole nine. Now, this is where I think maybe the counselor wasn't the counselor for their family. And I do feel like when you are out here trying to get a therapist, whether it's personal, individual, family, marriage, whatever, okay, that person needs to be able to mesh. And you know, you should be able to look for them for guidance, and you should feel like they are actually bringing value to your life. To me, if a therapist is not doing that, chuck them deuces, child. Move on to the next. And there are too many out here that you can choose from until you find the right one, okay? You don't want a therapist that's going to be a yes person that's always going to agree with the parent, the husband, the wife, the father, the child, okay? You don't want that type of therapist. You want a therapist that's going to keep it 100, okay? And just tell you, or tell the family where y'all messing up at, okay? And what's the disconnect? To me, there is always a root to the problem. I myself and my family, we have had family therapy a couple years ago when we was going through some trying times with my youngest daughter. And I'm going to just tell y'all, we went to 4 sessions, and I just felt like it was more therapy for me, my husband, and my oldest daughter, yet I felt like my youngest daughter was manipulating the situation, and I felt like we were mainly here for her, yet she had done wrapped the therapist around her finger, and I had to like excuse them, and I had to have a one-on-one with her, and I had to say, you know what, this is our last session with you, because to me you're not helping the situation and you're not helping our family. Therefore, I need to move on to the next. And I want y'all to understand, this is a huge problem within the Black community, is that we do not talk about mental health, getting therapists, seeking psychiatric help. Just like how we go to the gym and we work out and we want to be fit, we want to be healthy, we got to keep our mentality, our mind, and our soul and our spirit the same way. And God gives us a couple of tools to do that. He gives us church, He gives us spirituality, and He also gives us mental health, okay? He gives us people out here who are professionals in this, are professionals at what they do. And when it comes to that, don't be afraid to say, I go see my therapist. I see my therapist still once a month. I sure do. I have a Black female therapist. I feel like I have a connection with her. She understands my trials, my tribulations. She understands my pains, particularly when it was working in corporate America. She just felt me, and she could relate to me. Now, did she always tell me what I wanted to hear? No, ma'am. Okay. However, she was somebody that, you know, she has brought value to my life, and that is the number one thing. I think when looking for therapists, those are things that you need to consider. Speaking of therapists and gurus, let's get on the topic of Derrick Jaxn. All right, let me just tell y'all, I know who Derrick Jaxn is. I can't say that he's somebody that I follow on a daily. However, he has passed through my timeline a couple times, and I've listened to what he has to say. And in passing, you know, I was like, okay, it's a very positive brother, you know, when it comes to marriage, relationships. It talks very positive. However, he has been exposed, okay? And he's been exposed by one of the women who allegedly, well, I don't know if it's even allegedly, he has admitted to all of his wrongdoings, and he has said out of his own mouth that he has cheated sexually, flirted sexually. He has done everything wrong, okay? Everything he preaches about or he teaches about, he don't practice. So one of my beautiful Nista Squad members, I actually follow her on Instagram myself, and I follow a couple of y'all on Instagram, so that's the type of influencer I am. If you bring value to my life, child, please, I will follow you, okay? And she is just one that's always up for debate, but she posted something yesterday that really got my attention, and she made me think, okay? So she said, you know, when you have a coach, she was like, you know, coach teaches the athlete okay? How to have strategy, have better technique, how to build their endurance, their strength, how to be the best at what it is they do, right? That's a coach. All right. However, that does not necessarily mean the coach has had to endure those type of trainings.
Mom, hello.
Those type of trainings. Doesn't necessarily mean the coach has actually been someone to actually do what he's training people to do. You feel me? So pretty much he can teach you, he can give you the skills, the techniques, the strategies. However, what if he is the type of coach that hasn't experienced none of those things himself? What do you call that? Okay? So with that being said, she was like, the coach can have flaws as well. And in this case, I believe that's who she was talking about, was Derrick Jaxn. So with that being like a point to ponder on, I'm gonna say this. Derrick. I watched the video last night with my husband. We watched Derrick. He sat on the couch with his wife and he apologized to his whole platform of, you know, all his indiscretions, everything he's done. He's, you know, he held himself accountable, okay? And that's the first step in forgiveness, is to being able to admit, all right? So if you can do that, kudos to you. However, watching this interaction with him and his wife, he held his wife's hand, she sat by him, she was being very supportive, you know, she was doing a lot of, you know, this. However, I'm somebody who just pay attention to body language, and to me, you know, the holding of the hand, and I mean like kung fu grip type shit, you know, I just felt like, was she really being real? I'm not gonna say she wasn't, and I'm not gonna say she was. I just felt like it was a controlled environment, if you kind of get what I'm saying. The video is on Instagram and it's on his actual Derrick Jaxn page, and it's a picture, it's a video of him and his wife sitting down having a conversation about this. She has forgiven him. She doesn't, you know, people are gonna ask her why she didn't leave him. She said she left, you know, she couldn't come back to him till he changed how he moved, you know, how he did things, his whole thinking process, until he was able to get counseling. So this is what I'm gonna tell y'all about these relationship gurus out here, because there's a couple of them out here, okay? One in particular, he's a man boy that I just really I don't be feeling nothing he say, because I really feel like he is helping some young men in one aspect. However, I feel like he is tainting their mind when it comes to high value women and who deserves to be with a high value man. And because I'm just really not a fan of his, I cannot say his name, because I don't condone him. But because I am actually discussing with y'all this person that I'm talking about, Derrick Jaxn, because this is all over social media right now, I just really feel like y'all gotta pay attention to who y'all call goals around here when it comes to relationships. And I'm gonna just tell you, for those of you who possibly, you know, if you believe in God, I believe in him too. I believe there is a higher person, a higher being, all right? And I feel like he made me and he created me and he broke the mold when he made me, okay? However, everybody's beliefs aren't the same. Therefore, everybody's beliefs when it comes to marriage or relationship isn't the same. And when you look at it like that, that's the real part. So man, I've been married for 12 years, and you've been on social media making buku millions off of your platform, promoting, you know, healthy relationships and what they look like. However, you can't even practice what you preach. And to me, I feel like that's a hypocrite, okay? I'm just not one that I'm open to taking advice from people who I don't see you practicing what you preach. So you can talk all day, you can advise all day, you can coach all day. However, if I don't see you actually putting that practice to use and actually making them those your best practices when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your marriage, you're not somebody I'm gonna pay attention to. I will always tell anybody not to say, Steph, you and James are goals. We are us, okay? Our marriage works for us. There's no other marriage quite like it. I feel like people need to have boundaries. People need to set, you know, expectations when you first get married, because trying to figure that shit out along the way is a problem, okay? We all grow, we all learn. However, there should be some common connection to where as we grow, we evolve, we can change, we can adapt, we can adjust, we can shift, okay? However, when you shifting and your ass is out here doing other things that could potentially come back and harm me, such as cheating, infidelity, whatever the hell you want to call it, adultery, whatever you want to call it, it's wrong, okay? I don't believe in open relationships, open marriages. I personally don't believe in that. Whoever do, to each its own, okay? Because what works for one just don't work for me. However, I will never pass judgment on that. However, like I said, I'm just not one to be taking advice or consultation from someone who I just really feel like, if you can't physically see them practice what they talk about, how can you follow? How can you follow? I think everybody needs a mentor. Everybody needs someone that they can look up to. However, in my marriage, I look to God and I look to my husband. Only me and him control what goes on in our marriage. No outsiders, no intervention when it comes to that. Just us. And I just feel like if you gonna preach it, you better be practicing it, okay? So y'all, stop looking for people on social media to be goals, so to speak, okay? Hashtag goals. No. Put hashtag practice. Because literally, that's what needs to happen. It's practice. You have to practice. You have to apply. You have to adapt. You have to be able to grow. And you have to be open-minded when it comes to things that your spouse or you may be requiring or need. So, Derrick Jaxn, I hope you get your life, child. I hope you fix it. I hope you and your wife can continue to rebuild y'all relationship, y'all marriage, because with that, she is like opening herself up, because he did it once, twice, 3 times. Who's to say he won't do it again? To me, that's the deal breaker. What's your deal breaker in a marriage? You know, who's your mentor? Who do you look to help coach and counsel you through marriage? Some people say the church, they go to marriage therapy, couples therapy, and all of that shit does work. And I can be one to testify. I've been to marriage counseling, couples therapy, we done been on marriage retreats. Me and my husband are always feeding and nurturing our relationship, because I don't want to grow old with somebody who's boring and someone who doesn't like want to grow with me. We are not the same people we were when we got married. We are totally different. We've changed. However, the basics and the foundations of who we fell in love with is still there. It's just better. Steph's thought also on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all, there's Team Portia and then there's Team Kenya. Let me just tell you this. I like Portia, okay? I like Portia. Sometimes I might even like Kenya, okay? However, if I had to choose between the two, if I was on the show, y'all, if I was the Real Housewife of Atlanta, okay? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be Team me. All right? How about that? Okay? Because first of all the judging and the pointing the fingers with the whole Bolo situation and what happened at the bachelorette party, to me, that's whack as hell that y'all done First of all, y'all done broke all these girl codes, okay? If she had sex with him, so what? She ain't married. She ain't tied to nobody. Kenya mad? That's all I can say. Kenya mad? Because Kenya, she was acting a little crazy too at the bachelorette party. She probably didn't get her some action. However, she was doing the most too at the bachelorette party. But I just don't get this whole thing with why she keep revisiting this. And the reason why I'm bringing up Real Housewives of Atlanta is because I don't believe none of them women on there really are friends. I just really don't. I believe that in friendships, you know, sometimes you're gonna have fallouts with your friends. Y'all gonna have disagreements and stuff. However, it's like it comes to a point where you have to decide. You either are going to eliminate or you are going to limit your time with each other. If these are people who you don't feel are supposed to be in your life, and the fact that they keep bringing Kenya back, and they keep bringing Portia back, and it's just always this cattiness amongst the two of them. Like, I would eliminate that relationship, and that's just the relationship I wouldn't even care to even try to continue to build if I was Portia. Portia seems unbothered by the whole thing, but Kenya just wants to keep attacking her, and I don't like that, y'all. I do not like dealing with bullshit when it comes to women, period. That's why I keep my circle very small, and I limit who I share myself with and I share my space with, because peace is very valuable, honey. It don't have a price on it. It don't. So, I'm gonna tell you, this is my advice when it comes to some them toxic friendships and relationships. Eliminate or limit. Those are your two choices. Pick one or the other. And if you just can't find no fault, or you can't find a reason of why this person should not be eliminated from your life, meaning like, do they bring value to you? You know, are they supportive? Are they there for you when you need them? If the answer is no, eliminate, child. However, they have some good qualities about them, on again, off again, you just limit your time with them, okay? Limit conversation, limit talk. But that's somebody I definitely would not call a friend. You are literally an outsider. You're just somebody I know, okay? An associate, all right? So, y'all, this is going to wrap up EclecticNista's thoughts for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. If this is something you guys like, please be sure to thumbs up. Please be sure to leave comments down below. If you have something else that you would like to know EclecticNista's thoughts on, please leave in the comments, or feel free to email me. My email is in the description box, and I just look forward to having EclecticNista's thoughts, and maybe ask Steph, because y'all know, ask me and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, and I'm gonna tell it like it is, okay? You may not like what I say, you may not agree with me, but you know what, at least you're gonna hear it from somebody who is biased, all right? So on that note, I will catch y'all next week on EclecticNista's thoughts, and I'll see y'all then.